Yo, what is up everybody, RexEncholada here, and today I have a PO live, or not PO, a Showdown live, but this will most likely only be one battle, and I've been recording this for a long time, but stuff and things have been happening. Like, I want to say the battles haven't really been good, because, just hacks, we'll just leave it at that, which is pretty much actually my name right now, as you can see, maybe, no you cannot see. But I did end up changing my name because of the hacks that was happening. So yeah, we are going to get one battle. I might get a few more just to make up for it, but yeah, probably not. It's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. It's Thursday. I have school tomorrow. All those things. So this guy has a Smeargle, which is something that I do not like. So yeah, that's the thing. So I'm going to lead with my Thundurus, expecting him to lead with a Smeargle. And no, he does lead with Kyogre, which is cool for me because this allows me to T-Wave something, and he probably is guard, which is why he stays in. And he does get the pair, which I love it when I have him, not gonna lie. So here I'm gonna go for the sub and see what he wants to do. And he does have the water spout, which means that I am just going to end up ult switching, getting off a heavy hit, seeing as he has no ground type. So this is going to do a decent chunk to this Kyogre as he goes into his Giratina O. So here I'm running Specs Genesect, as you can. I guess I can go over the team real quick. You already saw Thundurus. It's the Prankster, T-Wave, Sub, Volt Switch, HP Ice. And I have Arceus Dark because I wanted to try it out. And this has Work Up, Judgment, Payback, Recover. I have Specs Genesect, Bug Buzz, Flamethrower, Ice Beam, U-Turn. Have Specs Kyogre. I have Defensive Fortress, and especially Defensive Wobbuffet. So yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out to my Genesect, and this man turned on the timer. So I do get the attack raise, but I do have the Ice Beam, so I am just going to go straight for that. If he wants to predict that, that's fine. He does have Earthquake, which means he's more attacking, which means that is going to do a huge amount. Earthquake did 46, so I don't want to mess around with min-max damage, so I am going to go out to my Thundurus, as he decides that he wants to go out to his Kyogre, which means that I am put back in the same position as earlier. I am just going to Volt Switch out, and I'm going to go into my Kyogre, and something else is, I'm still going to get a heavy hit off on something. Probably going to bring his Dialga because I have nothing for that. This team literally cannot handle Dialga very well. So here, I have a choice. I can either go into this and get the attack raise, or I can go to this and just sponge the hit. I am actually going to decide that I'm going to go into my Kyogre. I would go to Wobbuffet, but seeing as it's paralyzed, it's going to be faster. And he does indeed go for the Surf, which was good on his part. So I'm just going to fire off a Thunder, because if he wants to bring in something, that's cool. He can bring in his Dialga, and he brings in his Giratina O. I could have predicted that, but I really had no reason. I was in no position. And he brings out his Kabutops. This thing does get Swift Swim, but from the moves that I can think of in my head, I can't think of anything that would be a problem to my Kyogre, so I am just going to go for the Thunder. And he does just set up Stealth Rocks, and seeing as his spin blocker is gone, I am going to be able to spin these rocks away. He's probably going to bring in his Smeargle now. The Smeargle is kind of fast. It's probably stashed too, so he can take my Thunder if I do outspeed. He does bring in his Smeargle. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to use this as sleep fodder. And then I'm going to go into my, okay, he decides that he wants to Shell Smash instead, which, is that a problem? Kind of, but he's probably just going to pass it off anyway. So what I'm going to do is Volt Switch, and he does decide that instead he wants to get greedy. So I am going to Volt Switch out, probably do a hefty amount, yeah, 40%, especially from a Fortress, that is a lot. So what I'm going to do here is, I'm going to see what he wants to do. I'm going to T-Wave, cripple him in the speed category, and yeah, he goes for the Magic Coat, and I get the T-Wave bounce back, which is amazing. That was a good play, sir, but I am just going to Volt Switch out, as he does Baton Pass, probably into his Arceus, so he doesn't have to set up. That Arceus is going to take a heavy hit. No, he goes out to his Dialga, which is, okay, cool, I guess, because I have nothing for this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out to this, and I'm going to go for the Destiny Bond, because if he wants to set it up, that's cool. Then I can just encore him into it next turn, so he can't kill me. So he does go for the Dragon Pulse. That does just take me clean out, and I'm going to just I actually have nothing for this at all, but I am just going to go back into this, try to get off that priority T-Wave, and hopefully I don't get paralyzed. I do not get paralyzed, which is good, and he does crit me with that, but that's not really a big deal. So now I can go into my Genesect, and I am Specs, but Ice Beam will not do that much because that is a Dialga we were talking about. So I am just going to, I guess, just go for the counter, because no, he won't go for it. He has no reason, so I am just going to Rapid Spin, and he does go for the Thunder, which is surprising, and I'm about to get swept by this Dialga. So I do have this Genesect, so I do get the special attack boost, and Ice Beam is going to be neutral, so hopefully that does not take it out, and he does get paralyzed, which is good for me, because now I can just go for another Ice Beam, finish this thing off, and that is one huge threat out of the way. He does have his Arceus Ghost, so I am just going to go for another Ice Beam, because I do know that at plus whatever I can, that does 33%. So what I'm going to do is fodder this off, and I'm just going to keep going for Ice Beams. He does have the Judgment, but I also have the Judgment, so I am going to go for that. I am Arceus Dark, but due to previous experience, I don't want to play around. I am just going to go for the Judgment. He does have the Focus Blast. I do live. Can I finish him off with the... I do finish him off with the Judgment. I get a crit. He's probably going to complain about that, but I don't know. I am just going to go for the... I kind of want to go for the Recover here, but I don't want to risk it. So I am just going to go for the Recover here, or the Judgment here. He lives, and he does hit me off, finish me off with the Thunder, but I do have Kyogre, which can just surf things. He does have that Smeargle left, and he does just end up forfeiting, which is good for me. That was I almost got swept by a Dialga there. So Kirk, that's your poke doing work, because Smash Pass is a legal thing. But anyway, we are gonna get one more, and hopefully I don't get destroyed. So yeah, here's another battle that we have. I'm liking this Mewtwo just because that means Arceus Dark can do some stuff. So yeah, I am just going to lead with Genesect, and yeah, that's just gonna be that. He leads with his Midas, his Blaziken, and seeing as I don't want to take anything from it, I'm going to go to my Wobbuffet, and hopefully he does go for like the SD or something. No, this man has Blast Burn, which I don't know what to say about that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna encore him into that, and yeah, that is going to be that, because he gets encored into Blast Burn, which means that I can go out to I can actually just finish this Blaziken off, because that will give my Genesect a that's not a word, a way easier time of sweeping. I should have went for the Miracle actually, but I wasn't thinking, so whatever, I'll just go for another Destiny Bond, as he must recharge here. And yeah, that was dumb on my part, but yeah, whatever. I was thinking that he was gonna recharge and then go for it. I miscounted the turns, but anyway, I'm just going to take this thing out here, right here and now. He does have that Darkrai, but I mean, honestly, let's be honest, he's not going to put me to sleep. He is just going to finish me off, which is going to give me a free switch into my Genesect. And if he does indeed put me to sleep, then I get a free switch into my Genesect. So it's looking like I'm going to get a free switch into my Genesect. Smartest thing for him here would be to go into his Dialga or his Rayquaza, or yeah, probably his Rayquaza. He does have this Mewtwo. I am just going to go for the Encore. I'm going to go for the Destiny Bond on the off chance that he decides to set up. He does not decide that he wants to set up, so I am going to go out to my Arceus Dark, and I am just going to hit something with a Judgment, and yeah, that's going to be that. He decides that he wants to recover, but I am slower, so yeah, he loses his Mewtwo. So I mean, we have 4 more pokes left. My Wobbuffet is down, which is kind of a problem. He does have this Arceus, or not Arceus, wow, he does still have this Darkrai. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to fodder off. Okay, he has Focus Punch on Darkrai. This is amusing, but it does nothing. So what I'm going to do here is set up rocks, as he does put me to sleep. Like, that's the most, I want to say, best play he's made. But yeah, I am just going to go out to my Genesect, hoping that he wants to go for like a Calm Mind or something. He goes for the Nightmare. So I'm just gonna go for a Bug Buzz, because yeah, I should go for a U-turn. The best play here would be to go for U-turn. But yeah, he does bring in his Rayquaza. That does 50%. That's a lot. I'm just gonna go out to my Fortress, because he probably has V-Create and Fortress is sleeping anyway. So yeah, he does indeed have V-Create. That lowers all of his stats, which means that I can go back into Genesect and I can get the Ice Beam off. So yeah, I can get off the Ice Beam, and due to all his drops, he should be what is the word I'm looking for? He should die. But I'm still not sure if it will kill or not, or if I will get outsped or not, and I'm kind of paranoid. So I am just going to do a quick look at the speeds, because I do not want to get outsped. He has base 95, so assuming he has full, let's just assume, I can make a rough estimate. He has 99, so I am faster, but I'm not running full speed. But if he is running full speed, I still should be able to outspeed. So I am just gonna go for the Ice Beam. I do outspeed. I do take out the Rayquaza. And Rayquaza is actually very slow to be a dragon. Just pointing that out. So he does go out to his Dialga, which probably has what type is that? What is the word I'm looking for? Someone help me. A fire type move. He probably has Fire Blast, just considering the team. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go out to my Kyogre, and let's see, he has Outrage. So he was going to go for Outrage on the Steel type. This man is real. I am just going to go for the Ice Beam, because I am Specs, and that's going to do a lot, and he's going to have to stay in. So I just realized that I have 2 Specs pokes on my team, but I really do not care, so it's all good. So he does outspeed, which leads me to believe he is Scarf, because Dialga is not going to outspeed me any other time. So what I'm going to do here is I am just going to sub stall. I am going to go for the sub here, as he goes for the Outrage to break my sub, and he's probably not going to be the player to switch out. Does he have a berry? No, he doesn't have a berry. But just in case he does want to decide he wants to stay in, I am going to go for the sub. Hopefully he switches out to Darkrai, so then I can paralyze that thing. And he does indeed switch out to Darkrai, which means that he cannot T-Wave me. Or not T-Wave, but he cannot Dark Void me. So I am going to put this thing paralyzed. I was going to say put this thing to sleep. I am going to paralyze this thing, as he does indeed try to go for the Dark Void. So I'm just going to go for the H hidden powers, because I am behind his sub. So I mean, I don't want to full switch out right now. There are other times where I would, and he does go out to Zekrom, which is good for me. But there are other times where I would full switch out, but this is not one of those times. And this is going to be the last battle, because I'm getting kind of tired. As you can tell from my narration, I'm starting to say things that don't make sense. He does have the Draco. I do outspeed, so I am just going to finish it off with HP Ice. Or actually, what I can do here is I can full switch out, and no, I am just going to go for the HP Ice. And I get a crit. That crit doesn't matter at all, seeing as it was doing like 48%. That crit would have been actually helpful the first time. So he is going to go out to his Dialga, and so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to sub and see if he wants to go for the Outrage again. And he decides that he wants to sub himself, which is a good play on his part. I am going to go for the HP Ice, because I mean, it is a neutral hit. It's probably not going to break the sub. It does break the sub, which is good. And he has sub Outrage. I've not seen that on a boat before. So I am just going to sub stall him again, and hopefully he only gets a 2-turn, and he does indeed get a 3-turn. So I am just going to go for another sub, and on the following turn I am just going to Volt Switch, because yeah, actually I'm just going to go for the HP ice, because if he does switch out, I am able to just sub again. If he stays in, that's going to be at least 25%. And yeah, he does stay in. He hits himself in confusion, which is unfortunate, but if you don't want to hit yourself in confusion, don't stay in. Volt switch is resisted, but it is stab. But I don't want to lose my freaking Genesect here, so I am just going to keep going for the HP ice. That did a lot. He does snap out of confusion, and he does pop me with a Draco, so yeah, that's cool. But I am just going to go out to my Genesect here, and I get the special attack boost, and Spec Genesect should be able to finish this off with 2 Bug Buzzes. So yes, considering his Darkrai is paralyzed, that is going to be the game. So I also have Arceus Dark out here, just chilling at 100%, not even used. It just went out, killed the Mewtwo, came back, you know, just doing God stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. I guess this could be like a 70-something sub special, except who does that? Especially just doing a normal video. But yeah, thanks for watching, and remember, you rose in a field of daisies. Deuces.